Welcome to the 2022 FargoRate Ohio Open, brought to you by Predator and CSI. We're coming to you live from the Roberts Center in Wilmington, Ohio. I'm Tony Robles, and I'm joined by Tim de Ruyter to bring you this exciting match between Eklent Kachi and Michael Schneider. Hi, Tim. How are you?
Good, good. Oh. Good, yeah. Happy to be here. I mean, I've known both players for quite a long time, and I do expect this match to be closer than a lot of people would think. I know that Michael has been putting a lot of time in, has been playing all the events. Didn't really get the results he wants to, but it could be quite the struggle for a lot of players.
He's getting there, though.
Oh, that would have been very unlucky. Nice square hit on the break, though. If you look at the cue ball, it's perfectly center.
Yeah, look at that.
Perfect center ball and straight in the face.
Wow.
Just not sure if he can cut
I like
that two ball.
playing safe behind the 6 and the 9 here, Tim.
Yeah, I think the cut is maybe a little bit too much, a little bit too extreme. He could decide if he wants to go attacking. He could cut, but I like this.
Did he overhit that? He overhit that.
Yeah, he was actually not so close to being behind the 6. He overhit that by quite a lot. Well, maybe some early match nerves. And he might have left Kachi the bank on the 2. That's a high reward too with the 3 ball next to it. So wouldn't be too surprised if he went to shoot this. Or is he just gonna tie up Michael and make sure he doesn't get a stroke? Which, I mean,
maybe
you can bank the 2 ball over
under
to the
the 9 or under the 9-6. I mean the 10.
Oh.
Right? Did he hit it too hard?
Yeah, but
no.
Second prize behind the 4. Just checking if.
I don't like kicking this hard at all. I like kicking it soft.
Yeah, you have.
If you hit the side of the 2, you can come this way. If you hit the 2 dead on.
If you hit the left side or the right side, you have a good chance. You can get behind the 3, or you can get behind the 4-7. Call it in the side just in case.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, no, I like it. Hit that pretty good. Just maybe a
Oh,
little
wow.
bit too
Yeah,
hard.
too hard.
I mean, he hit that quite good, and.
Wow, look at that. Kept rolling.
Whoa.
Left him a bit of an awkward angle here, making him work for it. If it were that easy, everyone would do it, right, Tim? He's going to lock him up behind the 3 here. Very nice. He completely blocked off that rail.
Yeah.
Tough position to be in with the shot clock.
Yeah, and I'm not even sure if he has any rail to kick.
I'm wondering if he could hit the top rail with a lot of right, since he can hit the right side of the cue ball and hit the long rail and go towards the 2. Right? If he can hit the top rail with a lot of right.
With left? Right.
With a lot of right.
Like this?
Can he see it that way? Oh, he bent the ball. Wow, that's a hell of a hit. Oh, wow.
Actually, he didn't really deserve the scratch there.
Yeah. No, he hit that great. He bent the cue ball. But what I was talking about, if you hit the top right, the top rail with right, and then hit the long rail and go towards that 2.
Oh, 2. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, which was extremely tough too. It was a good safety from Kachi, just a little unlucky for Michael to scratch off the back of the ball. And still not sure. He's called his extension on the ball in hand, just to make sure he's got a plan going on the whole game. Quite a big deal. So we're playing 2 races to 4, and if both players win 1 set each, we're going to have a deciding shootout, the famous shootout so far. I mean,
famous shootout, yeah.
We've seen people struggle, we've seen them excel. It's been quite impressive so far.
I spoke to Mika after the match. He just beat Federer the previous match, and he told me he felt complete. That was a smart shot. I love that. He broke the cluster up. And Mika told me he felt very comfortable going to the shootout because he hasn't missed one of those spot shots in the last 2 tournaments. So I'd say, wow, that's pretty strong. Yeah, Michael's been put in 2 extremely tough spots.
Yeah, it's tough. And some good cue ball work from Kachi so
I
far.
don't know if he's going to try to go past the 3, go near the side and go, or just one rail. Yeah, he did try to go past the 3, I guess. Tough hit.
So 2 fouls and an open table for Kachi now.
Yeah, I seriously doubt he's going to try to put him on 3. You have to run.
Yeah,
out here.
no, you got to go. I mean, is he gonna choose a stop shot and follow on the 3 in the side?
Yeah. That way he doesn't have to move the cue ball much for the 4. Unless he wants to shoot the 4 in the side pocket, but I don't see the reason for you to move it that much, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, no, he could draw back a little bit on this 3 ball too. Yeah, just stop the cue ball on the 4.
He's going to need to make up his mind soon. Oh, so he did go for the side pocket. Okay.
Oh, did he get enough?
Nothing
I
wrong
think
with
he
that.
did.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit more feel, this shot. The other one is more clinical. Just interesting to see. I'm sure it's gonna change throughout the match, but the beginning of the match, Kachi has been hearing the beeps a lot. So that means he's really taking 24, 25 seconds a shot so far. Which I'm sure if he starts feeling comfortable, he'll be faster. But just to settle down, like and it doesn't really look like the beep is affecting him.
No, not at all.
But he's close every time.
He's been on a tear ever since he got on the 1-loss side, huh? He knocked out Albin yesterday. Then he just beat Wojtek.
Yeah, he had a first round loss here on the TV table. And now this is a loser side qualification match to reach the last 16 players. So he's beaten through more than half of the field, just the loser side. And that's also the thing. He's won this Pro Billiard Series event in Austria last year. And people were like judging the format and the shootout, and like they were like judging like everybody is doing.
Right.
And this guy, he won the whole tournament and did not play a single shootout. Just imagine.
That's pretty strong.
No shootouts at all. He said, I just focus on not even getting to the shootout.
Yeah.
Just play well 2 sets, not just one and take the shootout. Like win the first set and be like, oh, well, at least I'm going to be in a shootout. No, win the second one and just finish it. Like just be done. And I'm pretty sure he's going to try and do that from here. I know he just won a sudden death with Wojciech Cevcik from Poland. Sudden death shootout. And it's 10 ball to take the opening lead this first set. Yeah, referee Dwayne Payne now becoming a more of a regular referee on the tour. I've seen him. He also came to Austria for the world teams. Like he's getting a lot of experience too, which we need on all the sides. You know, it's not just the players. It's, you know, the referees is too. Of course, like everybody needs seasoning. You know, like organization of a tournament as well. It's everyone is trying to keep learning.
That's what I speak to all the I call them kids because I'm older than them, you know, on the tour. and I try to give them advice, and I said, look, you got a good reputation, you got a good name, take advantage of it. You know, sometimes they struggle a bit financially, and I said, you know, you're not going to win every tournament, but if you're in town, put it on social media that you're going to be in town and advertise that you're available for lessons or a clinic or something. Make some extra money on the side. And the more you do that, the more comfortable you become.
Yeah. So, in my opinion, not a great break from Kachi. Of course, he came up dry, but the cue ball, there was no hop in it. The timing of the cue ball looked a little strange. So, opening chance for Michael. And
yeah. Wasn't expecting that, and I'm pretty sure he wasn't.
Well, one of the things that he does tend to do is he's quite hard on himself. So that it's gonna mean that the more mistakes he's gonna make, like he's gonna be on mistake tilt. The more mistakes he's gonna make, the more his game is really gonna drop.
Right.
Oh.
Wow.
Oof.
Wow.
Caught a little bit
That
of
was
a roll there.
dangerously close. That's what you call living dangerously.
Yeah, and from here, if he can just roll the cue ball forward for the 3 in the side, all the hard work is done. So that one ball was a pretty big deal. Wasn't too tough for a layout for Michael too. So, and of course, I mean, this match, we know that Kachi's the favorite in this. So that means that Schneider cannot afford himself to make a couple mistakes like he just did.
Schneider?
Schneider? Oh, excuse me. Schneider.
Okay. We all get confused, right, with the name sometimes?
Yeah.
I'm still learning some of them. Like you just said, is it Wojtek?
Oh yeah, Wojtek Chevchik.
Chevchik.
Yeah.
Chevchik. It's like a chef that's checking something. Chevchik.
Yeah.
Check the temperature. Want to make sure we don't screw up this recipe. Chevchik. I always try to figure out a way to remember someone's name.
Yeah. Yeah, so didn't really get where he wanted to be on the 4. Queuing over the 8. Maybe can just queue next to the 8. But the good thing though, in the ProBilliard series, rules, we are having early 10 balls are allowed. So that means as long as you hit the lowest number ball on the table and you call the 10 in a pocket, it does count for a win. So we're gonna see him shoot the 6-10 combination here after the 5 ball, of course.
Very nice.
Yeah, I had to make sure to get a little bit off the rail. Could have played a stop shot and be on the rail and still take it. But I'm happy to see that he cheated the pocket a little bit and got off the rail. Makes it so much more comfortable. And this 10 ball to take the 2-0 lead over Michael Schneider. Yeah, in the background we can see the other 6 tables. Players like P.S. Labudis, Conrad Justician, Alexa Petzelia, Cheng Yunlin. We have a nicer view, Dimitris Lukatos, Daniel Marshall, Dimitri Jungo. I mean, they're all here. This is top players from Europe. And Cheng.
Yes, it's a stellar field.
Yeah, like we've spoken about before, if you looked at the loser side, how many names are either out or still in the loser side? You would be so surprised. The field has been extremely strong, so make sure you stay tuned because this is one of the best pool you might see in a long while. So Kachi breaking from the side, not breaking from the center, so he must have felt quite bad when he broke from the center. Caught the one a little bit thin and not a really strong break either. Like he's lost the cue ball, not that much impact on it.
But at least he switched the spot. He came in dry in the first one. He switched the spot.
I agree to that.
Now he knows that doesn't work. He probably goes to the opposite side or go to the opposite side in the center.
Yeah,
and hopefully he'll find a sweet spot.
If he figures out that square hit, it's going to make a big difference too. So thinning the 1, bring the cue ball behind the 6.
Or the 4, right?
Or both.
Mm-hmm. Hit
Oh,
that
so
nice.
good job. And yeah, I was gonna say he might have to take the jump cue out because kicking stuff from here.
I think he called the bank.
Is he gonna be lucky? No. This is not.
That's a good roll there for Michael.
Yeah.
Now he has an offensive opportunity here
I'm just
to
wondering
come
if
within
he
1.
again just hit that a little thin. Lost the cue ball. Cue ball started running around and
I'm wondering if he just overcut it and he actually called the 10 instead of the 1, because I wasn't sure if the 1 had enough room to go past the 10 there to the corner pocket. Just going to slide it over a bit. Make sure you have an angle on the 3. Did he overcut that? Oof, I almost thought he missed that.
yeah. Yeah, so still a little bit work. We'll travel between the 9 and the 4 here. Just stun. And then to get from the 4 to the 5 is also a little challenge. If he comes up with a little high angle on the 4 would be nice. The low side would mean he was gonna use the top rail, which is tough, but he came up straight so he can draw the cue ball. Yeah, more of a methodical player, Michael Schneider. Not really the player that looks for rhythm. He can play fast. Like I've seen him play some spots, but usually he just wants to repeat his rhythm. That like
Right.
the repeat the program almost. He just does the same thing over and over and doesn't have to be fast or smooth or flashy. Just. But you can see he's still struggling with the speed of the table as he really wanted to be more straight on the 7 here.
Right. I thought he was just going to shoot a small draw shot just to get a little bit of movement there. I mean, at least he has an angle where he doesn't have to really hit it hard to get on the 8. Just has to focus on making the ball.
And he's always going to be on the 8 too. Like, if he makes a 7, he should be good. Just like that. Nice recovery shot, and now has a nice angle to go. Just stun over to the right side of the 9 for the 9 in the same pocket as the 8. And I think it would be good to see Michael on the board just to make him settle down more. Because it would be nice to see him actually making a match here, like really putting some pressure on Kachi.
I mean, he didn't get this far playing, you know, playing bad. So he's obviously hitting the balls good.
Yeah, so Michael Schneider takes his 3rd rack. Kachi's still up 2-1. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Rack number 4, set number 1. Michael Schneider ready to take it off. Had a good break last break. Nice. Like he hit it perfectly in the center of the cue ball, which I like to see on the break. And square in the face of the one. Let's see if he can do it again.
Breaking from the same spot Kachi broke.
Okay,
One went straight in.
Little bit spin on the cue ball, but still one went straight in, and the two ball actually is quite close to where it ended up on his first break too. So good break there for Michael. Just tough that he got so much angle after the break. Like, he's got too much angle to hold the cue ball for the 3. He might be able to play with a lot of left to go to the left long rail. Oh, he's calling the bank. I was gonna say, and leave himself a more cut on the 3.
Right, on the same pocket. I was thinking the same thing, but not everyone feels comfortable shooting that ball that soft.
Yeah, so
like effort makes that ball look like a hanger. Look at that nice shot.
Oh, and he ran into the 3. I think that worked out. That little bump on the 3 worked out good. Look how good he hit that. Straight in the hole. Didn't even touch the long rail.
He hit it great.
Just a little bit more.
He's going to have to negotiate.
Yeah, he might have to go around the table.
Balls. Oh, wow. Nice little roll there. Nothing wrong with getting a favorable roll every now and then. Good thing he hit the 10 first. If he would have hit the rail first.
From the back, he would have been in trouble, yeah. Yeah, so definitely caught a roll there, but that's okay.
Did he overhit it? Did he overhit it? I think he overhit it.
I think you do, yeah. In the end, I always tell my students, like when I teach people, I always tell them, like, in the end, like at the moment itself, when people get unlucky, they'll be like, oh man, I'm having so many bad rolls. And but then if you look overall after the match, most of the time, like 90% of the matches, it evens out. Like your opponent was just as lucky and unlucky as you were.
Yeah.
Oh, put a big stroke on that.
Yeah, just better hope he doesn't stop in front of the cue ball. That's what happens when you hit half of the ball coming back. That's one of those crazy shots that if you try to do that intentionally, there's no way you could do it. You have to hit that so perfectly.
And it was so tough. He clipped the 7 ball in between. Yeah. That's so brutal. A little bit more full, a little thinner, and everything is okay.
Yeah.
Can he maybe massé around the 7? And go either real first or direct?
I like, if he can, I like going 2 rails and maybe trying to pocket it. Seems like it's pretty tough. He would have to hit this absolutely perfect to hit part of the 6.
You mean 2 rails going over the left side or 2 rails going over the right side?
2 rails going for, towards the long rail. See, he's calling it. But he is playing safe. As I said, he has to hit it too perfect to end up playing it safe. The 10 was too far away from the 6 ball.
Yeah, and also he probably had to kick it more to the left on the long rail, and then with right spin to create a better angle to maybe get behind the 10, which is so difficult. Has to be so perfect. Yeah, it's so tough.
Yeah, it was a lost opportunity there to tie the match to a piece.
And it's a big deal too. Like, I just know that Kachi is gonna feel comfortable, especially when he's gonna win the set, like 4-1. He's gonna be so comfortable that it might not even become a match.
Right.
Which I would like to see a match, like a real match between these two.
I like going 2 rails here, but he might just want to hit it soft. But I don't mind. He's hit that so good. His control's so great. See, I thought he had a little more angle than that. So what the shot he shot was the correct shot.
Yeah,
you know how sometimes I like the 2 rails though, because you're still on that line, and even if you overhit it a bit, you're still on that line, so you won't end up with too much of an angle.
But he's had good speed on that 7, and this, I'm glad he put a good speed on that 8 ball too, because that did hesitate for a bit with these 2 balls, and this is to go on the hill in the first set. Eklent Kaci from Albania. Is on the hill. And the big rumor, I told you about this before, is that he is opening up a pool room in Albania. It's going to be all Predator.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. So
Yeah.
do you talk to him about it then?
Well, I actually did not talk to him about it, but I just sourced around and yeah, so.
Good for him if he's doing that.
I mean, he's definitely earned it, and like I said before, I think it would make also that part of Europe a little bit more interested in the game of pool, which, you know, it would be good if worldwide everyone gets to know the pros and pool in general, and
Right.
I think that would be a big win for everyone.
Maybe have some big tournaments there. Maybe one of these. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Possible, yeah. So breaking from the side, he's not going back to the center no more. Needs a more square hit. Well,
Wow, that corner ball went straight in despite the fact he hit half of the one ball.
yeah, he didn't really hit him square, but look at the outcome.
Yeah. But see, I'm not that player that if I see someone, see, take a look at that break. Look, see, he's about half of the one ball there. Look, boom, right? Did I didn't see, did the four get kicked in or did it go bank straight one rail?
It got kicked in.
Yeah. See, if it banks straight in, then I might try to do that.
Yeah, you might want to try to do the same thing over and over.
Duplicate it.
Yeah, basically, this one ball I may be getting from the 3 and the 5. Those are key shots. Just gonna play low left. Just a short stroke, short and smooth.
Not that hard at all.
Yeah, that was smooth. Smooth operator. Yeah, also a fine snooker player himself.
I heard.
I remember back in the days when we played European and World Championships in junior division, like in the youth division. He used to be there too, so we hung out for a bit, you know, because we were the only pool players. We showed up with our pool cues.
Right.
And all these snooker players are like, oh, I gotta play this pool player, you know, he's showing up with his cue, this guy sucks. And he read like 80, 70, like people were on tilt.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
And not too many good snooker players play pool well.
It's a complete different game, but it's also like they complement each other, but it's a completely different concept.
Yeah. It's like you remember last year when Judd Trump played at the U.S. Open and he won a couple of matches.
Yeah.
But then he ran into Jason Shaw and he annihilated him. I'm pretty sure the same thing happens if Jason plays him in snooker.
In snooker, even though Jason can play some snooker, then still such a different dimension. You know, like in pool, Jason knows stuff to outmove and do stuff to Judd that he's never seen. And I'm sure Judd can do the same thing on the snooker table. So it's just interesting.
Got a little funny on the 6 ball.
Yeah, quite straight on the 6. And
wondering if he's considering the 7 in the opposite pocket.
Yeah, or can he maybe stop the cue and still cut the 7? Or well, no, he's gonna go to the.
I mean, he might be able to. He might be able to get away with cutting it. I kind of like following to play the 7 in the other because it's just more natural.
Yeah, he's got a little bit more angle to the long rail. I like that too. If he floats this in, he can always use the long rail to go towards the small zone. Yeah, I like that. Left himself a good angle too. Being straight on the 7 could be trouble, but good angle to work with.
Yeah, good angle to work with to play it in the same pocket.
And these 3 balls for the first set, to win the first set. And maybe a little short, no. See, after, this is day 3 here, the FargoRate Ohio Open, and the cloth still plays the same as day 1. Fast and smooth. Low left, expect him to play 2 rails, zigzag, traveling. Oh.
Nice. Oh, wow.
I was going to say, yeah, I expected him to go to this side. And
he overhit it, yeah.
Oh.
You thought he was going to go 2 rails on that. I thought he was going to go
2 rails and go to the left side, so I'm not sure.
Going to have to call it bank.
Like always hit it too hard and too soft, I would say. But and little thing too is, this can be such a big thing. If he doesn't make this bank, or bad safety or whatever, and Michael makes it and has a good break, we might be having hill-hill.
Yeah.
I'm happy to see him play safe, to be honest.
Yeah, he hit it so good.
This also shows me that he's really in it to win it and not just to show that he can play some good pool or
Right,
like make
or shoot
crazy
some
shots.
crazy
Like,
low percentage shots, yeah.
like he really wants to play the right shot and put his opponent in the toughest spots ever. So
And he did that here for sure.
good speed too. Length of the table and almost glued it to the rail. So yeah, what do you do here? You might be able to bank it 4 rails and then if it comes up too short, get safe.
Yeah, if he has the angle to do that, he can get away with it as long as he's able to have enough angle to get the cue ball up table.
Yeah.
And which I think he does.
Yeah, he might have it. I'm just
Has to dig into the cue ball with low left
the other.
to slow it down a bit. See,
Yeah,
he's calling it there.
yeah. The other thing I could imagine him doing is maybe banking the 10 ball straight over to the other side.
Right.
But
But he's shooting with a level cue, so I don't know if he's trying to cut it in. No, he is going the 4-rail route.
just if you look at the cue ball, you
Yep,
could,
he went
you could,
long.
re-
He
you
went
could
long.
really see that the cue ball had a lot of topspin.
Yeah,
Didn't have the motion to go up table. It kind of curved there. And
but I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that he hit it with follow and it slowed it down.
Yeah,
I think,
he slowed it down,
That's
yeah.
why I said he should have hit that low
yeah,
left.
yeah, or at least
For
stun.
sure, yeah.
At least stun, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So small chance for Michael Schneider, but it is Eklent Kachi winning the first set 4-1. And we'll be right back with set number 2. Stay tuned.
Okay, we're back for set number 2.
Yeah, Robert Center here, Wilmington, Ohio. And before we continue with set number 2, I would like to thank our sponsors and partners, of course, for this event and the Pro Billiard Series, because without them, this awesome tour would not be there. So we have FargoRate, official sponsor of the Ohio Open. We got Predator Cues, CSI, CueSports International, and our US Pro Billiard Series partners are Seabirds Billiard Surprise, Kamui, Alpha Coin, Jam Up Apparel, and Medaya Light. Thank you all for supporting us, and we're just gonna make sure this tour stays awesome, right?
Yeah, no, so it's a great tour. It's a fantastic tour. Nothing but the best players in the world, and we are playing on Predator tables, which you said Kachi is possibly going to end up opening a room with all Predator tables. Talking about Predator tables, I believe I told you that the Billiard Academy, the South State Billiard Academy in South Miami that I play out of, just installed 2 Predator tables. And it is awesome. It is absolutely awesome to be playing the same equipment that we play in here.
Well, same thing with the lights too. Like I've seen people buy a light and completely change their table, like the look of their table.
Absolutely.
Like it's such a big deal. I think he's gonna, like I heard he was gonna do like a full Predator experience almost, like just have all Predator stuff, which would be cool.
But special shout out to the people from the South State Billiard Academy. They treated me so good ever since I moved to Miami, and I appreciate every single one of them, especially my my practice partners, my sparring partners. I have a couple of them, Nick Spivey, Ed Acosta, Jim Guestwicki, and Raul. Good sparring partners I have over there. We help push each other.
Yeah, sounds good. Is he gonna tie the cue up behind the 7
Behind
here?
the 10, I think. Oh, it's behind the 7. Okay, you look like he was in the other side of the one ball. But that's a better shot. Makes it more difficult to hit the one from there.
Oh wow. We were just talking about Kachi's pool room. 2 seconds later, I get this message that he already has all the tables and the lights in
Oh
his room.
wow.
So he already has them.
Oh, that's great. That's great news. I hope to be able to visit it someday.
I cannot wait to see it, to be honest. Will be looking good.
Like I said, they might have Predator events there. So he's going to go 2 rails here. I definitely like kicking this soft. I don't like hitting it hard because it increases the chances of selling out. Unfortunately, he gave up ball in hand there, Tim.
Yeah, and things are not looking too great for Michael. Hasn't been playing too bad, in my opinion. Just small mistakes so far. He missed that one ball. That was huge.
Yeah.
One ball he hung.
See now, draw for the side pocket here. No
Yeah.
spin required.
If he gets straight on the 3 to the side,
Mhm.
he's gonna draw back just one ball to leave himself a nice angle to stun off the rail on the 4. And the table has been breaking really well. Like if you look at the layouts, they're not so tough in this match.
Mm-hmm. Do you like getting straight on the 5 here? Or do you like going past it so that you can come off the rail for the 6?
No, I don't like to be straight. Either
Neither
leaving
do I.
myself left or right, but I'm not. If straight would be a little awkward.
Yeah, I always tell my students the rails are your friend. Use them as much as you can.
Yeah, also using usually one rail really helps divide the speed a little bit. So to judge the speed to go somewhere, it's easier to use sometimes 1 or 2 rails to make sure you can really fine tune it better.
Yeah, very good point.
Yeah, probably going to the left side of the 7, or at least I would like to be on the left side and go naturally forward 2 rails to the 8. So stun left here.
And he just came off a big win against Wojtek and a big win against Albinoshi yesterday. So there's no doubt Kachi's in stroke.
Yeah, I mean, he's been, like, it's not like he's been winning events, but he just always shows up.
Yeah.
The only thing for him, I mean, I can understand. Sometimes to be motivated still, if you have 20 events a year, is tough. And that's where people sometimes judge him. But if he really sets his mind to something,
Right.
he will make sure that he's going to
Oh,
show
yeah.
up.
Oh, yeah. Kachi's the type of player that, you know when the player smells blood when they're towards the end of the match and they really get into super focus mode? I think he always smells blood.
Yeah.
No matter what part of the match you're in.
I don't think he actually looks at his opponent anyway,
Yeah.
so he just does him. This tend to take the first game in the second set, and yeah, strong game, no mistake.
Yeah. Want to say hi to Daniel Schneider and Christina.
Yeah, I'm sure they're
Yeah.
watching. Yeah.
Yeah. Daniel is Michael's brother, and they have a beautiful family. I believe Daniel just had a birthday recently. So happy belated birthday, buddy. Hope to see you guys in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I know Daniel has been trying to work and play at events. Like he does like work on remote and then play events. Actually surprised not to see him here this week, but on the other side, this event was full so fast. Like it filled up so fast. So he might have, was a little unlucky to get in there, but hopefully we'll see him in.
I got
Puerto
shut
Rico.
out of a tournament so many years ago, and I was so sick about it that from that moment on, I always made it my business to pay any entry of any tournament that I want to play in as soon as it's available. I paid my entries to all the tournaments this year in the beginning of the year.
Oh.
That way I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. So again, hit it a little thin, but push that ball up to the corner again.
Think he's going to put him behind the 9 here or behind the 6? What do you prefer here, Tim?
I think I do like behind the 9, shooting the 1 over the 8, up table, and then drawing the cue ball behind the 9. It's going to leave distance, and it's going to, I mean, he has a good chance to really lock up the cue ball. If he plays the other way, I think you always leave some kick, like 1 rail or 2 rails.
Right. That's what he was trying to do, behind the 6. Did he let him see it? No, I don't think so. But I noticed that by him leaving it there behind the 6 the way he did, he might, I don't know if he can reach for a jump shot here. This is a time that you wish you were lefty. He jumped his ball, no problem.
He might be good to both ways, like two-handed.
I think he called the 9 just in case, but he's going to go 3 rails here. Just got to be careful not to hit the 1 too thin because you could possibly scratch. Well,
oh, he came up way too short. And well, this might be a quick game. He might go just to play 3 fouls here. This could be possible. Also a move which I sometimes like to do is I bank, in this case could bank the 1 ball up table to make a 1-10 combination after and lock someone up just to put the extra pressure that if they don't hit the 1, they know I'm going to steal the game in an easy way.
Well, like you said, I like the 1-10 possibility and leaving the cue ball behind the 2. That way, if he gets ball in hand, if he places a 1 correctly, he could shoot the combo.
I mean, he could go behind the 9 too.
Yeah, absolutely. He just wants to make sure that he's just going to tap it.
Yeah, it just looks like he's going to play like a 1-9 combination. He could bank the 2 rails out towards the 10 and stick either with the 2 or the 9. I really like to do that. I mean, if he wants to go like really offensive,
he might just tap it and leave it on the 9. Or like you said, the way he's cueing, it looks like he's going to go downtown. Oh, he shot the 9 ball.
Yeah, just like you heard the last couple seconds from the clock. So really took his time there, took extension too, and he's
going to have to shoot pretty quickly for the rest of this this rack since he no longer has an extension.
And still came up with somewhat okay shot. Doesn't have to be too tough.
I'm expecting him to make this. He's really in dead stroke.
Yeah, stun over the cue ball like a diamond or 2. Ooh.
Ooh. I gotta stop saying that. Do you believe in the commentator's curse?
You did that yesterday.
Yeah.
It was so bad, really bad.
Well, yesterday we thought it was all over when Chang had ball in hand on the 2 to the 10 combination, and he launched it like 100 miles an hour.
And then Victor missed that 5 ball too, but we thought it was going to be over. So you should stop doing that.
Yeah.
So 2 rails, always running towards his next shot. In this case, if you hit it too hard or too soft, like you're always going to end up in something. And now if he can get on the 5 ball, he can start setting up to travel from the 8 to the 10. I think that would be key shot from here.
Did he come short again there?
Yeah, I think so. And this might
you
make things a lot more complicated. Can he still cut the 5 and maybe run into the 8? Because then in that case he could hold the cue ball for the 6 in the side, possibly push the 8 in a nicer position.
Well, I would hit it soft to put the 8 ball near the side. I wouldn't want to hit it hard because that way it makes it easier to get from the 7 to the 8.
Yeah, I agree.
I do that a lot when I play straight poo to set up a key ball for the break shot. Yeah, you didn't hit with enough inside spin.
Yeah, but he's still okay. He actually did execute it pretty nice. Usually when people are trying to hold the cue ball, they tend to, in their brain, focus so much on holding the cue ball that they were going to miss it thick.
Yeah.
So to where he played it so soft and still made it good. Oh. Well, I'm not sure if he was trying to bump on the 7. I thought he was going to go to the other side of the 7, but this works. Might have to use a short rail though. Top spin, maybe stun inside to go from the short rail towards the 8. Yeah, good view. You can see he's loading up the cue ball here.
Very nice. Did he overhit it?
No,
Nope.
I think it's
perfect.
Good. He's close, so he's nearby.
He just want to make sure he doesn't do what he did previously when he hit it too hard, right? This time, I guarantee you, he's going to hit it a little softer.
Yeah, same shot.
I mean, unless he decides to go back and forth. I don't think he needs to. I think he can hit it, but
I would like to.
Yeah.
I like to go.
I like going back
rails.
and forth. I don't mind going 2 rails. That's what he did. That's what he
let
did.
your stroke out a little bit. Don't do
you don't
too
have to worry
touchy.
about poking the ball.
Yeah.
And overcutting the ball, because that's usually the tendency.
Yeah, he's hit that good, and this is to take a 2-0 lead over Michael, and Michael can start worrying a little bit in his chair.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kachi looking swing, and this is kind of what I predicted after, you know, that little swing when Kachi didn't get on the 10 in the first set.
Mm-hmm.
To where if Michael could have had a little roll there and broke well, he could have really got into in this match. It doesn't really look like he's able to put the pressure on Kachi because he's just playing good, and
Yeah.
Michael's not getting so many leaves. Best thing he can do at times is just kick the ball.
Yeah. And you know how important it is to take advantage of every single opportunity in these short races.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm sure there will be people at home thinking, oh, this guy sucks, or, oh, you know.
No way.
How are these guys
Schneider's a great player.
How
man.
are these guys, like, making mistakes
Yeah.
in the race to 4? Like, how are they not playing perfect sets?
Yeah.
Trust me, it really sounds easy, but we're having the best players over here, and nobody. Oh, how many players have ran the whole set? Maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah, I know. I saw Mika do it in Vegas. I
mean,
actually watched
in
it.
2 years of this Pro Billiard Series tours, we've seen it once or twice.
Mm-hmm.
And we've had, trust me, we've had the best players on this planet. So
And you know, the winner of this match goes to the last 16.
Yeah, it's a big swing too. So Kachi breaking from the side. Again the cut, and he's having that same ball going up there. It's
Look at this. Look at the way they spread too.
It's that timing. Like, it's strange. Like, it's actually
Look, watch it again.
It's actually luck, but it has happened 3 times already.
Yeah. And you saw the ball swerve. It swerved towards the pocket, the 1 ball.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing, but he's putting some magic on there, and I think it would be kind of free to cut this 2 ball. Can go 2 rails.
I think he's going to cut this.
Well, for me, it would be kind of tough to reach the cue ball, but Kachi's also quite
He's
tall guy.
He's a tall guy. This
So
is like a hang. He has the height, what I call the height advantage. Kind of like a boxer that's taller than the other one. He uses that to his advantage.
Yeah, just stop spin. 2
That's
rails
it right
up
there.
and
Look
down.
how beautifully he hit that.
Yeah, it's a good shot. And just look at the layout besides that. The only thing he still has to put some work on is the 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hit that good. If you can see, like the 3, 4, 5 in the side, 6 in the side, just has to come to
between. It's going to go between the 5 and the 7.
Just has to make sure he gets on the other side of the 7 for the 7 in the left corner, and then from there.
Yeah.
I do expect Kachi to go on the hill.
Yeah, he either gets almost straight on the 6 and draws back to the opposite side, or he can just shoot the 6 and send the cue ball 2, possibly 3 rails for the 7 in the same pocket as a 4. I think he's deciding. See, he's going to end up going the straight route, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just trying to minimize the movement of the cue ball.
Yeah, is he gonna leave himself shape to go 2 rails around, 3 rails around?
I think he's gonna. He was looking at leaving it straight on the 6 or straighter on the 6, so he can draw back. Oh, he did do it. Okay.
Well, the good
See,
thing
he was
is
measuring like he was lining up to get straight on the 6 ball.
well, the good thing about this shot is that if he hits the 2nd rail, he's always going to end up on the other side of the 7. Like he's.
Even if he hits it short, he has a 7 in the side or in the corner.
Yeah, but I like this.
I love the 3 rail. I'm very comfortable with that shot.
Yeah, it looks like he's almost straight on the 7. Can either go forward or hold the cue ball. He's going to stun. Now he did get a little straight on the 8. maybe he can still shoot the 8 in the right side of the corner, so cheat the pocket a little bit and go stunt up off the rail. Still was able to cheat the pocket enough to go 2 rails, and
yeah, he's putting on a very strong performance here. And this is obviously to get on the hill.
Eklent Kachi on the hill. 3-0 up against Michael Schneider. Yeah, things are not looking well for Michael, especially now that break starts working too for Kachi. It's tough to beat him. I mean,
everything would have to go right for Michael now in order for him to have a chance to force this to a shootout.
Yeah, which the percentage is low, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, if you look at Kachi overall in this match, I don't really, I might say his break was not the best, but that might be the only thing. If I would talk to him after, I would be like, well, man, you hit great, just maybe try something else on the break. It's now he's been playing really good safeties too, good cue ball. So let's see.
No, let's see if he ends up somehow kicking a ball to the top pocket.
Oh, this time he did not, but he hit it a little bit more square. He didn't cut it as much. So it was a different break, and it came up dry. So,
but unfortunately for Michael, he doesn't have a shot.
See, now he hit it more thick. The other breaks, he was cutting the cue ball to the second diamond on the long rail.
He's going to go for the jump. Maybe he's going to try to put him behind the 9 ball.
I like him jumping this, to be honest. Like, if he can hit it full in the face and stop the cue ball, there's 5 balls that can be in between. We also try to get behind the 9, and like I said, he still got safe. Just there was such a big chance to get safe.
He might jump this and call the 10 in the corner.
You see again, put quite some draw on there. Just hit it a little bit too thin to get behind the 9, but got second prize here.
Extension, please.
Calls his extension.
Well, the thing, if he jumps this, he's looking at the jump. If he jumps this, he's actually lined up nicely to go naturally for the 10.
Yeah,
like he doesn't really have to power draw or like hit it really hard. He just
he's gonna need to make up his mind soon.
But maybe the reason why he's not jumping is because the 5 is quite far.
Yeah.
So kicking 2 rails. If he hits the right side of the 1, sending the 1 up to the 4 and the 8, big chance to get safe. He hit it
I think more importantly, wow, look at this roll.
Yeah, he caught a big roll there.
More importantly, he needed to make sure he hit that 1, because if he gave Michael ball in hand, he might shoot the 110. I know I would if he gave him ball in hand.
Yeah, me too. So Michael probably going to play the same shot. Kick 2 rails, hit the.
Ooh, came short.
Oh, he missed it on the good side. I mean, obviously he gave ball in hand, but that was exactly where he was wanting to hit the 1. Just missed it.
Good thing is that the 1 is lower now, so.
Well,
he would have to think twice about shooting this combo.
Well,
Not
he
that
might
he
still
can't,
do it.
but
because the 4 ball is quite tough. The 4 doesn't go in the top left corner in this view, so he's calling the 10. This is for the win to go to the last 16.
Wow, very nice.
Yeah, great performance by Eklent Kachi.
Excellent performance.
Very nicely played, and he's into the last 16.
And congratulations to Michael on a good tournament. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Tony Robles, and this has been a pleasure. Tim, thank you for participating as always, and we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, stay tuned. We'll be back at 2 p.m. Stay tuned.